I'm gonna get into this fucking sexy motherfucker right here.
Now I heard that like I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm not like I haven't been super into the card world, but from what John tells me, there's been some contention against these cards.
Oh.
Tell me about it.
You want to hear about it? Okay.
I want to hear about it.
You want to hear about it? Okay, so check these out.
Graphic designer, musician, creative, card enthusiast, chef, producer, magician, card enthusiast.
So I heard about these on Instagram, as I usually do through cardistry guys and all that stuff, because I follow a lot of them. And here's the thing: is that this deck is like almost what's known as like an anarchist deck, and in the sheer fact that it's like if anyone knows who Banksy, the artist, he's known for destroying his pieces, and that's ultimately what makes them so valuable, right? Yeah. So now. Okay, so this is what's known as like probably the world's most like minimalist deck of cards. The idea that you can imagine the cards themselves. So now what I find interesting is like this is the design on the back of the cards, right? This is like super minimalist, black on black, etc. Okay, so on camera you can see this. There's a seal. It's a very thick, rigid. What is it? Corrugated.
It's a corrugated.
That's it. It's like a rip opening. And the idea here, as I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, also, see this right here?
That's how you do, son.
See what I was talking about, bro? See this guy right here? And you can just go ahead and be like, oh, is it open? Oh, it's open. Jeez.
All right, can I just take a hot take now then? For the most contentious deck of playing cards, supposedly, one of the most contested cards in possibly the world. They fucking got the plastic right, dude.
Oh my god.
They got the fucking plastic right.
Yo. Okay, so this is distributed and created through Ellusionist. They're also responsible for the arcane decks, which I adore because I have some of their gaff decks in both black and white, and I just love them. I really do. So now check this out. So the corrugated box. So the idea behind this box, just like any good art, is that in order to open it, you need to destroy something that is completely sealed, therefore destroying the art and creating the art simultaneously.
Somewhat like the monks who make the mandalas.
Dude.
Only to be destroyed afterwards.
So now you can't actually, once this is open, you can't fully close the deck properly, or close the tuck case properly ever after. This is also a collecting commodity, which guarantees that it's not been tampered with. And if this deck is as dope as I hope it is, because I want it to be as like gnarly and minimalist as humanly possible. This is.
And see, one thing about myself that maybe I have not disclosed, or maybe by the reviews that I've given has not shown, I love minimalist art.
Oh yeah.
I love bold. Give me that contrast. Give me that black and white. I fucks with it all.
And there we have it.
You did it.
The seal is nice and cleanly open. Again, I love this for just this design. See how it's like not entirely closed, but it is closed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. This is the moment of truth.
You ready?
This is the moment of truth.
All right. So then in order to open it, you actually got to like bend it back just a little bit. And it's actually single wrapped again. So this is a Cardamundi release, which is incredible because I love Cardamundi. Again, this is like a very cigarette style.
Yeah.
Corrugated box, but I appreciate it. Like, look, it has that nice matte finish.
Yeah, no, this is definitely kind of that's definitely the first thing I thought of was a cigarette package as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, straight out of the box, the backs of these cards literally just say deck of cards.
They just say deck of cards, and it's like, again, this is exactly what I love. It's like that black with a white border, and that's you know, I don't mind these. I don't ever mind when decks are double wrapped. I really don't. Just like the Copag decks. Oh, I'm gonna let you touch these in a second.
Okay.
So I just ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I see you. I see that 100%.
So you get the double backer color chain.
Yo, okay, for the record, that's Ace of Spades. That's a gorgeous Ace of Spades.
You know what?
Look, first and foremost though, right? What you do is you have there's just sayings, right? All it is just a whole deck of sayings.
Okay.
Okay, so like I was saying, I appreciate this, right? Backs are black, right? It comes with a double backer, red and black. That to me is it's just this deck of cards, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Okay, so I'm going to read the thing that comes with the front because I think it applies to what this deck is. An image must hold a physical form to exist, but an icon bears no such rigid constraints. An icon instead transcends its base context, becoming a deeper cultural touchstone, an intrinsic element of a population's collective memory. Icons live in the mind's eye as a fully formed idea, conjured into existence by simply mentioning its name. The Hollywood sign, Einstein sticking out his tongue, the Tank Man of Tiananmen Square, a two of clubs, a deck of cards, global icons like these aren't fabricated, they merely exist. Oh,
okay,
man. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and also again, this is on the True Linen finish, which is the Cardamundi equivalent of the air cushion finish. It's on, because if you notice, it's not pockmarked. It's all like these like wicked lines of threads. So back design is pretty much black, says deck of cards. So take a gander at all. Look at that, dude. Is that a blank facer?
You got two blank
facers? That's what it comes with. I mean, I couldn't be more happy with the extras in this, for sure.
Okay, so what is there to say about these cards?
Let me hear it. Let me just play with these just a second.
If you fuck with absolute minimalism,
dude,
this is the deck for you.
Dude,
and you know what? Like,
oh man.
Let's pull
even
the Ace of Spades out here real quick.
Ridiculous. Hold on, Ace of Spades.
Let's pull out the Ace of Spades right there.
Oh my god.
So this is the Ace of Spades. This
is the Ace of Hearts.
It literally says Ace of Spades, top corner, bottom corner. That's it. That is it. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, when I first saw this box, what I thought the cards were gonna look like was black face with these white boxes in the top with black text.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not fucking with that. Just because
they look odd. They look like menus.
It just looks like you're cutting off a piece of your background to add some information.
Right.
What the cards turned out to be was just these white face cards with the name of the card on it and the color of the suit. This I fuck with, simply for the fact that you're not breaking up the background. The text is plain, it's easy to read, minimalist as fuck. About as minimalist as I can imagine you could possibly get without. Like, what else could you do?
No, if you couldn't get any more minimalist.
You really could.
You really couldn't. But like the sheer fact that like the thing is the blank cards make all the sense in the world to add.
Totally.
As a gap. And a color changing card makes all the sense in the world to add to a completely almost blank deck, dude. I'm like blown away.
Honestly,
I'm like 100%, 110% blown away in this.
I'm like, it might sound crazy. I know. Crazy.
I know. I fucks with this big time.
When I saw the face of these cards, I got goosebumps. I'm not gonna fuck with you,
dude. But like, look, and like again, it's Cardamundi here. You gotta like just do this right out of the box. Give one of those. See how like supple it is? Oh yeah,
baby.
You see that? Like give it one of those like, oh yeah. And it's also a thicker deck. It is the Cardamundi, I believe it's their crush stock, if I'm not mistaken. But at the same time, it's still a little bit thicker than a normal bicycle deck, which is something I'm not really used to yet. But it is the exact same feeling as like the Copags.
Honestly, like the fact that you have a full black back with that thick white border gives it that contrast that it needs to be eye-catching. You get that little bit of text which breaks up the black background a little bit. Not even that much.
Oh dude, yeah.
Mirrored. But yeah, what can be said about these cards other than that they are the absolute absolute minimalist cards that you could possibly.
Can I fucking say how fucking nice these handle?
Preach, son.
Like these are so far from what we've handled. These are nice. These vanity cards. These are sweet. But this, like going from this to this, is like I don't know how to describe it. Like it just feels like you can actually control everything. Oh man, I wonder if I can do that fucking then. If I do this to here to here.
I'm almost
That's
afraid to give this
sweet.
one a rating just because of all the great artwork that we've seen. I'm gonna double back on that so fucking hard right now.
Okay. So I know, but here's the thing: this you can't rate this against this.
You can't. That's the
these
thing.
two
You
are
can't
like
rate
as
them.
far from each other, yet the most comparably the same.
Honestly, it's like this isn't even apples to oranges. This is
Oh,
apples
man.
to fucking moon rocks, dude.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
like
This is
separate worlds.
Like
man.
this is crack, and like this is crack. This is cocaine. Like this is like they're carbs. Yeah, so okay. Oh fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do this one first because I do not want to say.
Okay, guys, this is a really hard decision for me. It's just because right out of the box, these are modern cut. You can feel it on the sides, even if you go like. And it's just so supple, like out of the box, dude. Like they feel already like they've been worn in. Like they feel, like just everything you do with it. Like, although it's a little sloppy because they're not broken in, my hands are sticking. Okay. because it comes with gaffs, which make all the fucking sense in the world to fucking add.
Lay it on me, dude.
Like it makes so much sense. It makes so much goddamn sense to be like this minimal, and it makes it so that like if I wanted to do blank card tricks and like basic forms of mentalism as a magician, this is all just my opinion as a magician.
No.
And a card handler, I'm
Give it to me. Lay it on for all the viewers.
I gotta leave some room. I'm straight up, and this is going to be a 9. This is a 9 for me, man.
I was also gonna go 9.
This is a 9 for me, man. Like, feel that. Like, I honestly, like, it blows my mind how nice, like, it feels. And it's Cardamundi, right? Like, I love Cardamundi cards as much as I love Bicycle. Because, like, now, once I realized Cardamundi puts out, like, some of their slim stock and some of their finish is gorgeous, dude. And it's long lasting. I honestly can't complain. I think it's for me, it's a well-deserved 9.
Honestly,
for sure. And that's not easy. Like you can't like, it's just such a nice handling deck. And again, it makes sense what they did.
like, okay.
It's such a killer, dude.
I know I've come in close and personal with you folks before. Here's what I will say about this deck, alright?
Yo, for real, lay it on me, baby. Yo, preach.
I'm gonna preach.
Dude,
I'm gonna preach
a little bit.
Someone might look at this card and say, it's blank as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Not much going on. You know, you got some words in the corners, whatever. For me, this is bold as fuck, simply for the fact that you got so much bright color inside that it catches your eye immediately.
But it's also not a center. It's not centered. You're immediately drawn to just the text, and it's instantly, if you can read it, it's identifiable.
Like the composition as a whole, like they didn't make the letters so small that you can't read it, but they didn't make it so big that it overtook the card.
Yeah, that it was gross. Word.
They balanced it perfectly, and you know what? Composition is everything, especially in a deck like this where you have no other center of focus.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And but I do appreciate though the red. It's like a true black, and this is that kind of red.
And then you got that red in there too,
right?
Which is like almost like a darker red, almost a burgundy, not quite there yet. I don't know if raw is the right word, but
I think it's exactly that. It's raw dog and a half.
And you know what? Like, I'm gonna give you a little insight into my own psychology here. Okay. For me as an artist, what drives the creativity is making things from nothing, right? Making things from nothing is what drives creativity as a whole.
Yep.
We are creators and we are destroyers. We do everything. And everything that I think about myself when I create art is perfectly said in that intro card that you read at the very beginning.
Absolutely.
That is what art means to me.
Absolutely.
And they captured that essence so perfectly. Because in the end of the day, you know, nothing was created without a thought beforehand, you know?
Yeah.
Thoughts are eternal. Thoughts make existence. I know that there's going to be lots of people out there saying,
There's
oh,
a bunch of people
this
like,
is
that's
fucking
pretentious,
bullshit.
That's pretentious.
Pretentious
and blah,
as
blah, blah.
fuck.
Yeah, but
But
no,
you know
fuck
what?
y'all. This shit right here is why I love this design. Over designed, over complicated, over intricate is good in certain aspects.
To
an extent.
To an extent.
But like it'll never be as good as something that can represent itself so solidly.
You know what? And I really fuck with just a straight up baller ass move of this card maker. Just being like, the image is in your mind. You know what a 3 of clubs looks like. I'm still getting chills talking about it.
Alright, well, again, so I gave this a solid 9, you gave it a solid 9. This comes to 18. This is, again, one of the highest rated decks of cards so far.
What's left there to say about it?
What's left there to say, other than,
Alright, y'all. So that concludes our review of the lovely, the immaculate, the next level artisanal deck of cards. You might call us pretentious. You might call us snobs. But you know what? If that's you, fuck you, dude.
you know who you are.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
anyways, if you want to hit us up, you can find all of our information down below in the description. If you want to leave a comment, whether it's hate, whether it's love, you don't understand what the fuck we're talking about, you can leave that in the comment section below. But other than that, my name is Chris Alvarez, lover of this deck. You know my boy John. We'll catch you in the next video, my dudes.
All day long. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.